Alright, I've got my hemp bamboo fleece here. I tried to get back a ways, but it's really difficult because this camera zooms in the moment I press record. And this pattern is big. Alright, so I'm going to try to get it laid out here without stretching it too much, although moving it stretches it, so it's a little bit difficult. What I'm going to do first is cut down this length here to, this comes in a, I had to go and use the scissors that I told you absolutely won't cut fabric. Hold on. Let's get some better scissors here. This fabric comes in a tube shape. It was knitted in a big O circle, like a tube. So I just need to cut it. Now this is only 2 layers. I have to cut my 2 layers and then I'll have to cut a 3rd layer. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on here, get it lined up. Now I'm making the stretchy part, the most stretchy section, go that direction. So it's going to stretch more this way than it will this way. And I kind of want that on purpose because I'm okay with it stretching more around his leg holes and everything, around the leg holes, but I don't want it to stretch as much around the waist. I think that it needs to feel kind of snug around the waist. So let's go with the stretchy part being the other way around. Alright, so now that it's lined up here at the top, let's go ahead and draw around it. I feel like this drawing around this is going to be a little difficult because I can't get my marker chalk in there, but we'll give it our best shot. Put a weight on it. This is going to turn out fantastic, I just know it, even though it's an experiment. I just got a feeling it'll be awesome. You'll get to see the video, I'm sure. If not, I'm talking to you anyway. Kind of want it right there. Yup, that was the spot. So I'm just lifting up the flap so that I can draw around it. And as long as I do it that same way on the other side, then it should equal fine. Should be this equal on both sides. That's what I meant to say. It should equal fine is what I said. Listen to what I mean, not what I say. This is Taylor's chalk. You can get this pretty much anywhere, but I got mine on Amazon. Alright, let's stick my face up in there, and you can use a marker for this as well. They make those disappearing ink markers for sewing. You can use a magic marker from your kid's school bag if you want. I have to draw around this, cut it out, and then cut another one just like it. I'm lifting the flap and not the diaper shape. Oh, I did end up cutting those tabs a little bit shorter, pretty much to where they were before, so this is pretty much the same shape that they had, except I didn't print it. Alright, It looks like I got all the way around it. Let's see it. Voila! Right. Pretty cool here. Alright, let's cut it. I'm gonna put a couple of pins in it just to hold the stretchy fabric together. So I don't want it to travel as I'm cutting it. I'm just gonna put a few pins here and there, and not everywhere, obviously, just overkill. But you know, I want one of the tabs here, so one on each tab. I hope you can see this. If I'm off the camera, I apologize. I'm putting one on each tab. I'm gonna put one here just to keep it mostly together. If you're unfamiliar with pinning, you literally stick the pin down into the fabric all the way to the table, and then pick the fabric up, and make it come back out the top. So down into the fabric and up back out the top. So what I'm going to do here is pin it on both sides of this little spot here, because I don't want it to move right there. I don't know if it will move, but I don't think I want to learn this one by experience. This fabric was a little bit expensive, so let's just be safe here. Whoops, almost dumped out my pins. And then we'll do those flaps in a couple of spots as well, and we'll call it done as far as pinning is concerned. I'm hoping that, so this fabric only goes to right there. I'm hoping that if I do this correctly, I will be able to extend that out and get that third layer without cutting into the rest of this over to my left, your top. Alright, that looks good. That's enough pins. That'll hold it. I think I got more carried away than I intended to anyway, so let's cut some fabric, shall we? Cut this out. I'm left-handed, so this is a little bit awkward for me. Well, I say I'm left-handed, but I'm using the scissors with my right hand. I know, that's weird. Lefties are weird. I call myself confused. I'm not a lefty, I'm confused. So I'm just going to cut right down into that flap there. I thought it was going to be hard to cut out, but that's not true. It's because, I mean, you just go to about there and you pick this back up, and that's not too bad. Easy peasy. This is an easy pattern to make. Although I didn't read the instructions. They said, they warned me about, I did read the website just a little bit, about taking the blade off of the serger. So maybe I should read the rest of the instructions. I bet they're helpful. It's kind of too late. I mean, I already started. What do you think? Should I go back and read the rest of the instructions? Or just wing it and see what happens? Expensive fabric. Don't let me forget to take the blade off of my serger. And believe it or not, I don't even know how to do that. I've never taken the blade off. I've never needed to. I'll figure it out, but still. Who does that? Sergers have blades for a reason. They cut fabric. Alright. I'm gonna go around instead of making the fabric come to me. Just gonna walk around the other side of the table. It's easier that way. This is kind of cool. I like this spot. Can you see this spot over here? Let me see if you can even see it. Kind of. Let's pull this down a little bit, and I'll show you what spot I mean. There's a little section right here. If I put the next piece upside down, then I'll have this exact same shape right here. And I feel like this spot right here is great for maybe some cloth pads or something. So I'm not going to cut across here like I felt like doing, was making a shortcut. I'm just going to make sure I stay on my lines and save any pieces of fabric that I can. I don't know if people use this cotton, bamboo, hemp stuff for cloth pads, but I'm sure gonna try it. I mean, why waste the fabric if you don't have to? Use it for something cool, like cloth pads. I could also probably, serge around it and put it in the diaper. Could put it in between these two flaps here. What do you think of that? Put it in there. Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers, and then I wouldn't have to cut that one. That's tempting. No, I think I'll stick to my same plan. I'm cutting this pattern out. I don't know though, I still could put it in this diaper. Just that many more layers. Do I need it? My toddler is 16 months old and drinks a lot before bed. I mean, don't we all drink before bed? I want those to be even on both sides. Same here. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this fabric, well, after I check the time and see 12 minutes. Not too bad. Alright. Set this aside for the moment. Then what I'll do is I'll open this up. It's a tube, so I can't really open it up, but I think you get what I mean. Change the direction of the tube a little bit. There we go. So now I have a single layer here. That I should be able to place this on. Oh yeah, I was gonna turn it this way. Get it all the way to the edge. Up there, all the way to the edge. Stuff's pretty stretchy, so I mean, it's pretty forgiving, but let's still try to get it as straight as possible without being stretched. It's a little crooked on the fabric, but I like it. And I've got this little section here for something fun later. Soakers or something. Alright, so since it's just a single layer that I'm cutting, let's wing it. gonna be one heck of a fitted. I don't even know if fitteds are supposed to be this thick. I've never owned one. Not too shabby. Just, you know, trying to make it look good. Yeah. Try not to get bit by pins. Put the excess out there and go back around. Scoot it over so you can see it. Most of it. It is a 3-layer fitted. Let me finish cutting this real quick. I know it's funny because I've already cut into this, but I'm still very nervous about it. It's too late. I've done it. It's over with. But I'm nervous anyway. Still. Oh well. Can't put it back now. It still looks good. And I've verified that I gotta do it again and again and again. I've verified that it fits my kid because I know this is the right size for my kid. So it should be great. Nothing to worry about. I'm going to change the pin's direction just a little bit. So now my pins are going to be through all 3 fabrics, first of all, and pointed toward the outside of the fabric. Grab all 3 layers, point it to the outside. Some of these pins are really hard to get through there. That's okay. I have plenty of patience. Shockingly, I think this is why I'm such a crafty person, I have quite a lot of patience. Something doesn't work, I just make it work. I don't know. So next, oh, I shouldn't be doing this yet. I have to mark for my snaps. Now, my favorite pattern has snaps 2 rows of snaps, and I don't think that 2 rows of snaps are exactly needed here. Let's find that pattern again. This is my little boy's tablet. It has 5 snaps on each side. My goodness, that's a lot of snaps. 5 snaps on each side. Okay, so what we're going to do is divide the whole thing in half. I need my marker. I need more precision than that. Grab a straight edge so that I know what I'm doing is equal. I'm going to use this distance and kind of make it similar, and then I'm going to kind of go every meh, like that. Meh, that's a word. Every inch, maybe? Is that what that is? An inch? Maybe one more. I'm not going to put 5 on each side, but I can do 4 on each side. That's pretty cool. I like it. We'll go with that. We'll put snaps there. So my snaps, I always have more studs than sockets because I use more sockets on the one size diapers than I do studs. So let's just use sockets or studs on this. I have to determine which is going to be the inside, which is going to be the outside. I think this will be the outside of the diaper because I already drew on it. And I think I'm only going to go through 2 layers. I feel like that 3rd layer is too thick. Let's try. See if I can go through 3 layers. Yeah. Alright. We'll go through all 3 layers. So in that case, we'll just make this the inside. I think it'll work. If my snaps break, I will go buy bigger snaps. These are the little guys, the little 16, size 16s, so they're little bitty things. Oh, that's going to be fine. There's no problem there. Alright, I'm going to get these snaps put in, and I'll be right back. Actually, we'll just start a new video.